Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
now
I got distracted doing the intro, and I'm not sure I pushed all the right buttons.
Hi, everybody. We're finally here.
Well, we're recording, so like we're fine there.
Oops.
Yeah.
I think because of Rumble's little screw up, nobody's out there anyway. We are once again back to yelling into the void instead of yelling at like two people.
Oh no, there it is. It's on Rumble now.
Rumble is like the worst.
I don't know.
Like I know everybody hates YouTube, and that includes me, and we all want YouTube to like collapse
shit.
and die.
Yeah.
But then Rumble is just spasmatic, backwards, and out of the total of 4 brain cells behind Rumble, one of them is asleep.
Yeah.
Well,
it is there now. It was
we need-
just a surprise.
We need YouTube to die so we can split up its corpse. Like, it doesn't work if it's still alive.
It's possible.
It's possible. Whatever.
I miss old YouTube.
Yeah. Old YouTube was nice.
Yep.
So anyway, guys, it's cold outside today.
No, it's not.
It was up here. I mean, it's like actual fall weather up here for once, for the first time.
How many degrees?
I don't know, but enough that wearing a button down, like a button work shirt, it's like, ooh, that breeze is just a little chilly. Going from summer into the, not summer. It's very articulated.
For those watching and me talking shit on it being cold, I am indeed wearing a long sleeve, but it's an on-purpose long sleeve. This is a cooling shirt. It's actually cooler to wear this than a short sleeve. So,
yeah. Also, I swear the temperature here went up about 10 degrees over the last 3 hours. And that's just how it feels because we got storms rolling through and the humidity just went through the freaking roof as the sun went down. And I was walking inside. I'm like, this is bad. It just feels bad.
I love it.
It's like 85 here, and it sucks.
It actually snowed in my region today, which I thought was fantastic. Because my region goes all the way up, like bordering the unit that I'm going to hunt this year. So it's the highway right on the east side of my unit. And it snowed up there today. I'm so fucking pumped. I did not want to hunt elk above tree line. So if it's starting to snow now, in another month, there'll be more snow. That means they'll be lower. And I don't have to almost die because fat.
You see, so I guess I wasn't paying attention, and I thought that you were gonna be up there today.
Oh yeah. No.
It's like, hey, we don't have Dave tonight, right? And Sam and Mike are like, is he dead?
That's October, dude.
Yeah. Look, I missed the whole October. I heard like 23rd.
End of October.
I heard 23rd, and I was like, yeah, well, they must be coming up real soon. Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it's not. You're not gonna be hunting above timberline either, because if you were, I was like, oh, hi, Dave. Fucking bye, Dave. I ain't going up there.
Yeah, no.
There's no bears up above timberline. I'm looking for those little bastards down beneath it.
Yeah, I will say, Montana Dirt Road says, Dave, I rode 460 miles home from up by Glacier Park, ran through 3 big ass rainstorms, heavy wind. That was cold. Yeah, wind and rain will make that cold. Today was not. Today was like, I don't know, it was almost 90 down here.
Oh, see, it was
all that.
It was like 40 something degrees where I was working.
Oh,
and the wind was blowing the whole time.
Speaking my language.
I would have frozen to death.
I loved it.
It didn't feel bad, except for trying to load everything back into the truck, and it's like, okay, I'm kind of tired of this shit. I want it to not be blowing wind anymore.
We did get like that first fall wind today, and it starts blowing stuff around. I'm outside trying to do stuff, and it's like just dirt blowing up in my face, and it's kind of mad because all that hasn't blown off yet, and I was getting pretty grumpy about it. Oh my goodness, we are so high energy tonight. Yeah, I'm impatiently waiting on my deer season to start. I've just been out back fixing up my deer stand because this last winter it got about a foot of snow on it, and so my canopy it just like bent it all the way down. So and I just left it that way because I was done with it at that point, and I finally went out there and fixed it up, cleared out a couple of spots, but if
Nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm not going camping this year because I can't get the time off work. So if I take my son out, just let him shoot something out back, I'm gonna have him use the 308 just to make sure it doesn't run off. But that should be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something. I have
Shoot
something.
it in the head.
I have something I can bitch about. Perfect.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about fishing etiquette?
There's no such thing.
Apparently not. Good grief. So my oldest boy always wants to go fishing right now. Go fishing, which for him is just you give him his little rod with the weight on the end, and he hucks it 1 foot in front of him and reels it back in. Hucks it in the water 1 foot in front of him and reels it back in. And then every so often gets it a good 15 yards out in the water and like, oh yeah, good job, do that again. And then he reels it back in. And every time he does it, he's like, ah! So he's out there going at a teeny tiny little pond here in town. There's actually shouldn't say there's no fish in it. I did catch that smallmouth bass out of it that time. Well, my daughter's little it wasn't a Paw Patrol rod. It was there is a frozen little kiddo rod. Anyway, nobody else at the little pond. I'm just casting a lure out and reeling it back in. Trying to not immediately tangle up an open-faced reel because those things are still my freaking nemesis. He's hucking his little thing in the water. My daughter's just throwing her whole bait and bobber out there as a lure too because she's bored. It's like, whatever. This is not about catching fish. This is just about being outside. And then down comes a pair of parents and grandparents and 2 boys with brand new fishing rods with the little, like, bought it in a bundle with the little tackle box. And there's the entire little pond here, and they come right next to us. I just left. It was about time to pack up anyway. I was like, all right, I'm leaving. Good grief.
It's like the guy who comes and uses the urinal right next to yours.
Pretty much, yeah. There's plenty of space. They could have gone just over there, just around over there, but no, they stormed straight on down. It's like, oh, okay. Don't mind me.
So what y'all fishing for?
They didn't even say that. They just showed up. I was like, all right, I'm leaving. I do not want to deal with 4 kids tangling up on each other's lines right now.
Were they Asian?
No, they're white folk. But not like trailer trash white folk who know better, like suburbia white folk who have never seen a fishing pole in their life, and now they're all excited to go take their kids fishing. And I'm just like,
Do they use an open face reel on the top?
No, they didn't. Oh, it's just a little kiddo. Just the little kiddo things. Open face reels are still the open face reel is still just the devil's invention. You know that. I hate those fucking things.
I think you're talking about the spin cast, aren't you?
No,
Yeah.
he's talking about open face.
No, I'm talking to Dave.
Not the bait caster. Oh,
like the spinnity one. Like,
no, not the ones that'll bird nest all the time. I'm talking the open face where you flip the little lever over the front.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, but there are those people that turn them upside down.
Right.
Where they're on top.
Sam's talking about like the The one that's just got the spool and it sits on top, and then if you don't keep your thumb on it, you'll get a
No,
bunch of
I'm talking
backlash.
open-faced reels with a little bail that you open, and then you pinch the line, and then you hook it out there, and you got to close it.
Yes.
What
those
problem
things-
do you
Milford
have with
Sam.
this?
They fucking bird nest on me if I look at them wrong.
That's not what I thought you were talking about.
Nope.
So-
The open-faced reel. It doesn't matter how I freaking do it. If I am not absolutely careful with the damn thing, it'll turn into a bird's nest. I don't know what
You-
it is. And it's
you have
genetic.
you have your drag set wrong. Increase the drag.
No, it's genetic. I've increased the drag. I've decreased the drag. It's a genetic thing because
He even
my
tried drag.
grandfather would buy fucking open-faced reels and get so damn pissed off at him he'd throw them in the lake. And my
Slay
dad
queen.
never touched them, and so now it's my turn to touch them, and I still like fucker.
Never try a bait caster then.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I'm sorely tempted, and the next time it bit freaking bird's nests, I mean, I probably will just take that damn thing off and throw a closed-faced reel on it and just live my life.
Just get one of those rocket rods where you just hit a button and it shoots a little thingy, a little floaty bobber out, and then
That's this fly reels, man. Fly reels don't bark.
you can do a fly reel, but you can't do an open face.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You realize the last time I caught any fish, and about the only time I do catch fish, is on a fly rod.
I don't know if it's
There
more
with a freaking
applicable-
lure or bait, or like trying to put bait out there. I don't fucking catch a thing. You put me on a stream with a fly rod, I'll catch fish. That's about it.
If I'm not gracefully whipping it back and forth, I don't understand it.
Indeed.
Oh no, there's no graceful thing about it. I know exactly how, so that I don't get caught up in the trees. But no, I don't do the whole little, I gotta spool out some more line here. Like, no, fuck that. I do my little over the shoulder till it forms a letter D, and then whoop, and it goes out there all nice and pretty, and then I just let it drift and bring some line in, and whoop. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I can catch fish that way. I haven't caught a fish in a lure in probably 10 years.
We're gonna have to learn you.
Yeah, probably, because I'm pretty sure it's like, idiot, if you just ran this a little deeper in the water, you'd catch fish. Well, I don't know. I'm just sitting here spinning it.
Maybe you're holding the line too tight.
Or there's no fish around.
I'm saying just like casting.
I don't
your
know.
open face.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Again, to me, it's just like, you know what? Fuck this thing. It's going in the water. I'm going to buy a closed-faced reel, and I'm going to live my life.
Judgment and all.
I don't care. You can judge me all you want. The judgment is far less annoying than all that freaking line just going. Anyway.
The Zebco 33 is a fine reel.
There's lots of country songs written about a Zebco. It's usually dating back to their past, but about cold beer and some.
I still
gal.
want to do, what I still really want to do, and God, I need to just do it. But of course, it's finding time, and that's really hard these days. Is watching some. I think I mentioned this a couple of months ago. Watching guys on YouTube, going out with night vision and looking down in the water with IR lights, and it causes the fish to go boing and glow really well. You do that with a bow fishing rig on a crossbow. It'd be great.
I still really want to go bow fishing.
I'm into it.
Yeah. I have a left-handed bow that I'm still going to turn into a bow fishing rig.
Now the whole bow fishing thing is still tempting when it comes. So like Beaver opens up in 7 days, October 1st. It's still very tempting, except for there's still some logistical issues with it, but we'll see. Mike's not here to like nerd out and gush and splooge about ducks on October 4th or October 3rd, whenever his whole veterans get an extra day early or whatever.
October 4th.
Is that the day early that he gets?
I don't know.
Because hell, I've been seeing fucking geese flying around here like crazy. they're down early this year, or at least maybe not early, but I've seen more of them this time of year than I did this time last year.
I wonder if Mike is going for ducks or another $1,000, $500 shotgun. Because October 4th is also Pheasants Forever.
Oh,
Vince, you coming up?
No.
Oh, well, fine. We got 3 cans.
I'm not going down there either. I'm sorry. I gotta get caught up
Okay.
on work so bad right now.
These guys.
You ever get 5 hours behind on a job and you can't get caught up because every time you try and get caught up, they add another hour of work?
5 hours turns into a full week. Yeah,
Basically.
been there.
It's a Saturday. I still have to work Saturdays.
Oh, yeah. Stupid.
I don't need to go down there and be tempted to spend money. So you're on your own.
You were talking
I
about it
mean-
last time, like, oh yeah, that hat was $2,500. Like, nope,
Well, yeah, the hat was, but it's $25 for an
Nope.
open bar.
nope.
That sells. But anyway,
I don't have that money.
Montana Dirt Road says always logistical issues when beavers open up, Sam. Like, no, there should be no logistical issues. They should already be. I'm not going down this road. I can't make I can't make any good innuendos right now. Like they started forming and then it just kind of melted away. I was like, oh, I lost it. Never mind.
yeah.
I'm gonna get
In
that
your endo.
bitch up there zeroed. My I need to get all the screws Loctited on that rail for my M1 and M1A tanker. I'm going to take that thing out for beaver. Although I might switch the scope over to a red dot. Well, of course, I could just run the scope on it. Either or.
Yes.
I think we're going to do that because we talked about this ad nauseum a few months ago about switching to a 308 bullet. Did we ever talk about a bullet type? Soft points, I think, is what we settled on, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
we settled on just standard deer bullets basically because of
Yeah.
how tough the hide and the gristle, and that you're dealing with a dense little water animal that
Which could also be hiding just a little bit,
Under
just
the
a little
water,
layer of
yeah.
water on top. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, that was just a deer bullet. So just like a 308 soft point.
I mean, a varmint bullet is correct, but there's also other considerations.
Varmint bullet may be correct, but I'm too stupid to actually make that work, apparently. So we're just going to do more overkill.
Yeah,
If one gets away now, we're just going to bump up to I don't know what would be next.
the next is that 300 Win Mag.
Yeah.
Well, would
Yeah,
4570 come before that though, or after that?
I think so.
Like
Before?
hard cast. So a hard cast pissin' hot 4570. I think that might be last resort because you're not going to get a lot more penetration than that probably,
You're gonna like
Unless
carrying
the
that
solid-
around better.
unless it's a solid like copper projectile out of the 300 Win Mag. That might
Which
get
they
more
make.
dilemmas.
You're gonna like carrying the 4570 around way better than the 15 pounds of 300
That's
Win
fair.
Mag.
Excuse me, sir. I got it down to 12 point. Oh fuck, what was it? Like 12.1 when I chopped the rail off. I don't remember.
Still need to chop that barrel down to 16 inches.
Yeah, you haven't chopped the barrel, have you?
No, I haven't chopped the barrel. Haven't chopped the barrel. Haven't done a whole
I
lot.
have a saw.
So do I, but I would like to not have it be. Of course, then it could just be like a slant break on it.
No, I have a pipe cutter. It'll take an hour, but we'll get there.
It'll take 4 days, but we'll get there.
Oh, no, you need to saw it at an angle on the front. That way, it turns into it's like an automatic compensator.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
said. That's why it's like a
Yeah,
slant
the
break.
slant
on an
break.
AK.
Yeah,
It's just 45-degree angle up and to the right. What could possibly go wrong?
nothing, I guess.
Yep, nothing at all. I might actually. We will see if I end up taking that up to go look for bear with Dave, or the tanker after you get that zeroed. It's going to depend on the accuracy out of that M1A. Because at least I know with a 300 Win Mag, it's already zeroed. And so, given how October is stacking up, it'll be like, well, this one's zeroed. I just need to confirm versus then trying to get my 6.5 Creedmoor back into action.
Oh, yes.
It weren't that bad lugging around, as long as I'm not lugging it too far. Well, this is terrible.
Well,
So, Dave, I heard on the news here, was it 2
Yeah.
days ago? They found those two hunters, unfortunately deceased. Was it 2 or 3 days ago?
Yep.
And then I saw yesterday that the coroner's report came out that it was a lightning strike.
Indeed. Yes. Ian Stasco and Andrew Porter, who are the missing hunters in Colorado that everybody has been looking for, were unfortunately found deceased underneath a tree. They apparently had like very slight burn marks, like 2 to 3 of them is what the coroner said. Like he said that it was an instant death. Lightning struck the tree and went through them, and it was just like, and I quote, he said, the kind of death that's just instant. It's like you're alive and now you're not. The coroner said, just that quick, split second. He said the burn marks were like if you like took a match and stuck it on your arm. Just that was it. But no foul play, nothing like that. They got caught in a storm underneath a tree, trying to get out of the rain. Tree got struck by lightning. Wrong place, wrong time. So super unfortunate, but at least it was quick. And it would explain why both of them
Yeah,
went
it was
as fast.
thinking about it as time was going on. It's like the only thing before they had released any kind of coroner's report. It's the only thing that to me even made remote sense.
Oh yeah, that
because
I came to the same conclusion.
it's not like it was end of November where they got caught out in a freak's net. Like theoretically, you could see. Well, I guess they could have both died of exposure, hypothermia, if they were underprepared and got caught in just a sudden freaking blow of snow. But at the same time, like even that, yeah.
well, even I don't know. You can get caught in a cold rain, and it'll sap the
just about
heat right out of you.
Yeah.
I mean, cold and wet. I mean, so wet,
Cold, wet, and
weather,
windy.
Yeah, cold, wet, windy. If you get below about 50 degrees, you can be at risk for hypothermia.
Mm-hmm.
With one guy, sure. With two, though, it was just like, man, you'd think one of them would have made it back to the truck or something.
Well,
Yeah.
But lightning is what made just like, oh yeah, that stacks up. Unfortunately,
so the standard water temperature for the ocean in the tropics is, I believe, about 87 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And during World War II, on the number of occasions when you had men go into the water after a ship sank, and it took them a while to be rescued, after 3 or 4 days of being in 87-degree water, you're actually dealing with hypothermia because the body temperature, you can't keep up with even like that differential, and it starts pulling your body temperature slowly down into the low 90s and then down below 90. So they were treating hypothermia in the tropics, but it's just the amount of exposure over time. Like it can happen. I mean, it could happen at 80 degrees, somewhere around here. If you're stuck out in the rain long enough, you'll start slipping towards hypothermia.
Yep. That's nuts. Or that's not. I mean, not nuts. That sucks. Which is interesting, and I don't know. Let's call it spooky. But when we were talking about elk hunting, I was asking you guys, like, "Hey, Dave, so what's the standard procedure here?"
Yeah.
If you're up on the side of a mountain and a freaking thunderstorm rolls over, it's like,
We're packing tarps, which I mean, I pack a tarp anyway, but if you pack a tarp, you get. I mean, this goes back to when you're a kid. If there's a thunderstorm rolling over the top of you, you don't hide under a tree.
Well, it depends. I was a
It's
pretty stupid
fucking
kid.
lightning rod.
Do you
So
realize? I was just telling my wife about this. There was a time where I'm surprised I survived past the age of 8 because I thought my mom was going to kill all of us. Because my older brothers and I decided it would be a good time to go play cops and robbers or whatever out in the pasture with a thunderstorm rolling over, and my parents weren't home. And so my oldest brother at least had the plastic stormtrooper blaster, but my middle brother and I both had our little metal, lever action toy guns out there running around the pasture. My parents drove home. I
yeah,
thought my mom was gonna fucking murder us.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I learned from my dad is like, if you're ever trapped outside in a thunderstorm, do not go get under the biggest, tallest tree around. Do not do it.
nope.
Go if there's one tree, go stand out in the middle of go stand in the rain. Because if there's lightning, it'll strike that tree first. So I guess that's what happened in this case.
I would agree with that, and then I would also agree that sometimes lightning just doesn't give a fuck.
That's
I was
true.
driving home last week, and it got caught in a thunderstorm. And out here, I don't know if you understand what no trees means, but there are no fucking trees. So it's
I drove through
sagebrush,
there.
yeah, sagebrush, grass, all that stuff. And I'm on top of a hill, and it dips down about, I don't know, 50 feet, and then it comes back up on the top of the hill. And I'm on the top of this hill driving, and I see a lightning strike between me and the next hill, and it struck in the valley. Like, well, that just doesn't make sense. But whatever that was conductive and now dead. So
You're just over here duct taping T posts to each other. Like, gotta make it high.
yeah.
I just thought of something. Didn't they find their packs in the vehicle?
Yes, they did.
I bet you their rain gear was probably in the packs.
I bet so, and I bet that's why they were
And
under
then
the tree.
Yep, and probably hedging. It just makes me wonder if they weren't hedging their bets in terms of like, well, do we get soaked and risk cold or hide under a tree?
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Versus if you have like a tarp, where at least you could cover yourself up. Not even if you don't have to have it strung out, but just a water barrier or carry your shit with you.
So I packed last year. It's not a surplus poncho; it is a surplus style. But basically, it's the type that's just a big fucking rectangle with a closable head hole for your, hood for your head, and then you can button it on the way down because it kind of do both jobs.
Yeah.
I've
But-
got one of those, and it's in the coolest camo pattern ever, and that is Desert Flecktarn.
Tropentan?
It's actually really awesome.
Oh,
It works very nice around here during the winter because it's the right palette.
Yeah, mine's just flat coyote, but I packed like
Lame.
raincoat and stuff the previous like Gore-Tex little fucking jacket and shit for the previous year, and then realized it's like, this is a little more versatile in terms of having like the option for a tarp or the option to wear it or the option to put it on the ground to not get wet if I gotta fucking sit down. It's like, I'll buy one of these. It's like $40, well worth it.
Speaking
I
of,
did not see. Good.
I'll just go into the comments real quick. Ty out there making us all look like bitches. Got caught in a hailstorm one time, doctoring grass calves, stripped my saddle, kicked my horse loose, and just laid on the ground under my saddle. Like, okay, John Wayne, way to make me feel like a fucking dude.
Yeah. Fuck it. Hurts all the time. But I didn't see how far away from the trailhead these guys were located. I've heard that it was a couple miles.
That's what I
And
heard too, but
a
I
couple
don't have-
miles is a long fucking way from your gear.
Yes.
I try to not leave my vehicle without at least some semblance of something that can get me out of a jam, whether that's a fucking knife or a tarp, my whole pack, med kit, whatever. 2 miles is a long way, and they were in some of the roughest country in the state of Colorado.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that lightly.
It sucks
It's
down there.
it's bad. They were calling for horses on purpose. But
Well, I'm sad that didn't come out to a better result, but
yeah. But at least we have at least the family has closure knowing that they didn't suffer. I mean, it
well,
might have been
and
cold,
that
but
they were found, and it's not one of
yes.
those where they can't find them.
Yeah.
Because that happens all too often, where it's like people just disappear because it turns out there's a lot of places to disappear to in the woods.
It's like up in Alaska. Whenever there's an expression, it's they gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no search parties. There's no going there. You might go look, but you're not gonna find them. They gone missing.
Come up missing.
Yeah, I hate that I was right that they were the reason thermal drones weren't working is because
Yeah.
they were already,
Yeah.
the same temperature as the surrounding environment.
Yep. They said that they were dressed in camo and not heavy camo. So that it wasn't well insulated. So a lot of this, if we could take anything from it, it would be prepared. Like no matter if it's 100 yards or 10 miles, take your shit with you.
I want to know what they were thinking. I want to know what
Yeah.
Well, somebody had said something about they had told like other hunters had told them about the bull about a bull they had seen. And it adds up in my mind that it was one of those, oh, it's only a couple miles or oh, it's only a mile up, off the trailhead. Just grab your bow, we'll go check it out and we'll be right back. Type of deal. And then the weather can change so damn fast that then they got caught in the weather without their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On what was supposed to be just a little. It's like when we were hunting. This is 2 years ago, pushing 3 years ago. When I was out with Mike and Sean from We Like Shooting out in Burlington, and we're getting all of our stuff packed up in the trucks. And then I look over and go, "That's fucking deer right there." And then we spent the next 2 hours with basically only rifles and random, what's ever in our fucking pockets, trying to chase this deer through the woods.
Yeah.
It sounded like one of those type of situations to me, unfortunately.
They said they recovered one bow from where they found him. The other guy didn't have a bow. Neither of them had a firearm. So,
well, they didn't get eaten by a bear. So
no, they didn't. But it's a sad end. But it's an end. So,
Mother Nature is a fickle mistress.
Fickle bitch. She comes for us all.
That's what we have to get her first.
So anyway, shoot back at the lightning.
If anything, it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
You guys ever hear of Carl McCoon? McCoon? I can't pronounce the guy's name. Speaking as you've mentioned Alaska events. Well, first of all, do you know who, I can never pronounce this guy's name, but there's a guy who went up to live up there in his 50s and he built a cabin and he lived up there in isolation for like 30 something years. It's like Richard Pronicki. Not ringing a bell?
Oh, yep.
No.
Yep. God damn it. He was in Alaska.
Yeah, just a guy in Alaska who's about, all I remember, the major details I remember is around the age of like 50. He just went out into the woods.
Yep.
And basically homesteaded, built a cabin by hand, and then spent the next 30 years, for the most part, living just in isolation by himself in his cabin, living off the land, doing the badass thing, right?
Yep. He is the old guy in like, it looks like 70s TV film.
Yep.
On Facebook Reels. It's been viral for quite a while now, but he'll show up on your timeline now because you're watching this and I'm talking about it and they're
Someone
listening.
said it.
Do you hear that, NSA?
So yeah,
Feed us the
he'll show
product videos.
It's cool shit to watch.
So similar story. This guy didn't go missing, but just of bad planning, and it just kind of, it's like, oh, dude. Carl McCunn. I'm just gonna go with McCunn or McCoon because I can't McCunn. We'll go with McCunn rather than Coon. He's a fella who back in I think it was the early 80s. Anyway, he arranged to have a bush pilot because he wanted to go up there and do a bunch of photography on wildlife. So he arranges for a bush pilot to take him all the way up there and drop him off at a cabin that's on like national forest land, something like that. And he takes in with him supplies for the summer, shotgun. I think he took a rifle with him too. All this stuff takes in there with him, but only vaguely comes to an agreement with this guy to come back and pick him up later. And then he tells other people too, like, well, I should be back around this time, but if you don't hear from me, don't worry about it. And to make a long story short, he goes the whole summer, or, the period of time during the summer, taking all his photos, doing that kind of thing. And then the day when he thinks his buddy's supposed to come pick him up, it doesn't arrive. And so then he's waiting and he's worried and he's writing in a journal the whole time. And you can find some of the journal entries online. He starts talking about, like, I guess I should have told somebody, where to find me. And then later on, I believe it was like a National Forest Service, like, bush plane flies over and spots him down there in the cabin and does like a little pass. And then he accidentally, there's some kind, it may have been like pumping his fist, but
it was two arms.
That
Two arms
something.
up.
He basically accidentally gives the everything okay, don't worry about me sign.
Yep.
And then plane flies on and doesn't come back. And then he's going into the wintertime. And at some point, the thing that really kills me about this story is at some juncture, he took all of his supply of shotgun shells and just chucked them in the river. And I remember from one of his diary entries says something to the effect of, like, man, I felt like a warmonger coming up here with all this ammo. I'm just like, dude. And then sure enough, he gets in the wintertime, he's starving, he ends up committing suicide in the cabin, and they find him the next spring. So it doesn't end, it's not a happy ending story, unfortunately. But we were talking about people, Alaska, so on and so forth. But talk about just bad decision, like poor decision planning the whole way.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with what happened to the guys down in Colorado this past week. This is just tangentially related because you reminded me of it, and I got nothing else to talk about tonight, so I'll just randomly freewheel into the ether.
It's survival stuff, especially up in Alaska. They have signals. If you're on the ground and you're looking at a bush plane, they have signals.
Yep.
And
I like how you're just dancing. You're like,
he's doing the Ricky Bobby.
They're all of these. I don't know. This. I don't know.
So it turns out the middle finger is saying, I'm good. Go away.
Yeah.
I've seen those. It's like a diagram of like all the different arm signals that you can give to a plane to signal, what's going on the ground and what you want them to do.
Yeah.
And I think, Dave, you showed it. You like two arms raised straight in the air.
Yeah.
Like it looked like the guy was celebrating, but I think that's like all good, nothing to see here.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah. He accidentally gave the plane that could have rescued, like the last person to see him alive, he accidentally gave a all good, don't worry about me signal to.
Just because he was excited.
Yay!
That was it.
I wonder if somebody later went, you know what? Maybe we chose the wrong set of hand motions for that one.
Yeah, maybe we
Maybe-
should change these to
maybe
what people
waving.
normally do. Do jumping jacks.
Yeah.
I actually think that's the
That
main
it's
one.
just that row of God, that video from freaking early GWAT of the Afghan National Army guys trying to do jumping jacks, where they're all uncoordinated.
Uh-huh.
What are they signaling? I can't tell.
If anyone needs to know, I'm pretty sure the international signal for distress is both arms like waving back and forth in the jumping jack motion
Yeah.
above your head is the international symbol for help.
Oh, and
You
then in the comments section, they're talking about the Into the Wild kid. That
Mhm.
was Chris Chris McCandless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that kid who went up to Alaska to
It's
survive.
the kid with the bus.
Yep.
On the bus who killed the moose. The biggest takeaway I took on from that one has always been, well, not the biggest takeaway. There's more than one, but shooting a moose and then being unable to even preserve any, not having the knowledge to even start preserving the meat to keep on surviving through the time. Instead, just eating what you can, and the rest of it goes to rot. Ugh.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. That's a really sad story, the Chris McCandless one, but also it's one of my favorites because that's what happens when you don't actually know anything. And it's like the urban, semi-urban, suburban family coming down and trying to fish right next to somebody at the local pond. Except he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go out into the wild and be real cool, and then dies. Like, come on, dude. Like, read a book.
Read a book. Reading Rainbow.
Words are fun.
And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, yeah, you have that that Pernecki guy who's like, "Fuck y'all, I'm going into the woods for 30 years. Bye."
Bye-bye.
Only comes back out because he's 80 something years old, and it's like, yeah, the winters are starting to get a little cold here.
Like, can I have some dialysis, please?
Uh,
Reminds me of that one story. The guy, I forget. He was like 22 years old. He was in Maine, and his car broke down. And so he just wandered into the woods next to where his car broke down and lived there for 30 years. Like,
well, as soon as I started looking it up, it said it auto correct. It finished it for me to 27 years.
whatever.
Notice that. Oh no, it's fine. I just thought it was funny because I'm not the only person to have typed in that exact sentence. Known as the North Pond Hermit. That's a great name. Damn.
Like, you ever just get so annoyed with a Ford that you go live by yourself in the woods for 3 decades?
I can understand the sentiment, especially if it's one of those things where, like, you had a really shitty day at work, you've had a really shitty week at work, and then on top of it all, you're running late to get to work for another shitty week. Your freaking car breaks down. You'll say, you know what? I'm done. Fuck it. Take your pack because you're gonna go for a hike, and then next thing you know, it's been 27 years has gone by, and you're like, oh, time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that the key to male loneliness is living by yourself in the woods.
Night
It wasn't the loneliness. It was the fact that you were fighting against it that was the problem.
I like the wording of this article. Knight was captured by a game warden.
We finally got him. Like, the
Well,
most dangerous game.
I guess he was burglarizing cabins and stealing canoes and he was putting the canoes back, I guess. But yeah, he was captured while burglaring.
That's called
burglaring
borrowing.
a camp in Rome, Maine.
I was borrowing that beer.
You think Anybody could do this like nowadays. Just pack up, go build a cabin and shit, and actually do it.
Oh, like the Pernecki guy?
Yeah.
I don't think you can because I think he actually homesteaded it. As in, like, because Alaska was the last state to have
Yeah.
an actual like homestead act, and I think, if memory serves, I think he actually filed a homestead claim on it. But I don't remember off the top of my head. I mean, these days you go build a cabin out in a national forest. Of course, it's not just these days. I think it's kind of been the case for all time.
Yeah.
You know, they'll show up and tear that shit down, which, I mean, fair enough, because then you'd have every random Tom, Dick, and Harry out there building some tiny little cabin in the woods and then abandoning it. Granted, they might be fun to explore.
I don't see anybody doing that shit like he did in remote Alaska, where you come in by float plane and live in there for 30 years, because I don't think anybody can get away from their phone that long, because they're going to have to vlog about it.
I mean, he did take a crap ton of video of himself and photos, that enough of it that they made a couple of documentaries about him,
Yeah.
based on his own footage.
And there was
it's the 1970s equivalent of Instagram.
A TV. There was a crew that went up and filmed him for a lot of it. A lot of what you see is from a TV crew, but I don't think anybody could do it if they didn't have service.
I
Which
think
Starlink, Elon Musk
Starlink
has
now.
ruined it for us all.
Starlink
think-
has ruined homesteading.
this is the next big reality TV show. You have to go build a cabin on public land somewhere, and whoever hides it the longest wins.
So okay, then we have to narrow this down though, because you obviously have to. You can't just go build it on like. Of course, granted, even all of our public land in this state is all pretty well traversed when it comes to hunting season. My only thing was like, yeah, you can't build it in some complete armpit corner of Alaska. Is the only thing I can come up with off the top of my head where no human being has been in 30 years. Like you have to build it somewhere with at least a moderate amount of traffic to increase the likelihood of it being found, and therefore increase the need to more skillfully camouflage it.
Like, I wonder how long I could hide a dugout house in my local park. Like, you could just dig it out slowly and toss the dirt in the stream so it just washes away, so no one would ever see it, and then you just have a little dugout house in the bank there.
This is the weirdest TV adapted Shawshank Redemption I've ever seen.
I have an idea.
It's like half Shawshank, half whatever we've been talking about, and half like The Hobbit.
The Bagaton.
I'm digging
Redemption.
a hole. I'm digging a hole.
Yeah. I'm going to build a dugout out here, and my little door, I'm going to mimic a prairie dog hole.
Oh, hang on, wait, Dave. No, Vince, I have the name. It's the Shire Shank Redemption. That's a show title, right? That one, I'll get it written down.
Okay, you do that.
I got it.
We have one show title.
It's one show title to rule them all.
Anywho,
one show title to.
I'm going to build a dugout and have the door disguised as a prairie dog hole. But I will have a hole for the prairie dog hole. That way I can stick this prairie dog up and wait for somebody to shoot it. And then they come down to do like the little trophy picture with it because they're from out of state and don't shoot prairie dogs. And they can't find it. And so they're looking down the hole. Then I use bear mace and shoot up through the hole at them. And they'll be like, oh, damn, that was spicy. But
I mean,
that's
works.
My thoughts on it.
That works till somebody comes along with those little propane detonators and shoves it through your roof and goes, let's get him.
Or they're just like doctoring prairie dogs. Well, no, because this is public ground. So they won't be able to doctor prairie dogs. It'll be all right. I don't need no blue wheat in my hole.
Yes, please keep the blue wheat out of my hole. Gross.
Wheat hole.
The blue wheat is wicked shit.
So I wanted to give an update. I talked about the Shield Arms mags and them breaking.
Mm-hmm.
I sent those in. Or actually, I sent pictures to Shield Arms, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna need you to send those to us." And I was like, "Okay." So they sent me a label, and I shipped them out. And I got they sent some new ones. So without any other questions,
Nice.
I still need to look at this pistol. I'm pretty sure that the barrel, while it's tilting, is bashing the magazine on the front lip of it. So I either need to shave down the front lip on the front of the magazine, or make a little indentation in the lower part of the barrel. Either way, before I shoot it again, I need to do something to make sure it doesn't destroy the magazines again. But good on Shield for just not asking any questions they didn't really want an answer to.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that they replaced it. No
Yeah.
questions asked. That's pretty fucking handy.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
about to make
still-
a joke about the superiority of a fixed barrel and a high point, and then I realized I already made that joke the last time you talked about that gun.
Dude, I wish there were more fixed barrel 9mm. Just so that, if you want to go suppressing one, you don't have to mess with a booster or any nonsense like that.
Yeah.
Like, even something that's like concealed carry size. Like, just do fixed, like, direct blowback. I don't care. That way I
So
could put a suppressor on it if I wanted.
a 9mm high point that you're going to suppress. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the cheapest way to a suppressed handgun. Like, a suppressed 9mm is a high point.
Yeah. When the pistol costs exactly the same amount as the tax stamp.
Yeah. I mean, what tax stamp?
Well, that's only in January.
Yes, in January.
Still get tams. But hey, when January gets here, you'll actually even out because, the money you would have spent on tax stamp, you go buy the gun, and now you've got a complete package.
And when that rolls around, you'll probably see a whole lot of pretty inexpensive cans out there, especially 9mm cans, which can be aluminum. And aluminum's a lot cheaper and easier to work with than, say, titanium or Inconel or 416 stainless. That's not 416. What's stainless version do they use? That's the high heat resist. 416 is what they use on barrels. What am I thinking of?
I'm not a metallurgist.
Yeah, you're out of my wheelhouse on this one.
Metal
It's
magician.
Okay, fine.
Craig?
It's fine.
It's
Craig,
metal.
where you at?
It's metal. That's all I know. It's not stone.
Is it 416 stainless? I don't think it is. It's like something 17 stainless.
417 stainless. Solved it.
It's not 417. Whatever. It's the other metal that they use.
The other dark meat.
I have grades. That's it.
I had grades too. They were all farther down in the alphabet than my parents wanted.
430?
No, what is...
It's continuous at 1500.
I gotta look it up now.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Yeah.
Googling on air.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, no, you did this.
Let's go
terrible.
Google.
Let's go Google. Hey,
You
we don't
did.
have to change our initials.
God, stupid pop-up ad.
330, 253 MA. Yes, all kinds of stuff, of things that I understand nothing about.
Stellinium.
Whoa, big word. Never
Who made
used it
that up?
before, ever.
17-4 stainless. 17-4 stainless is the one they use that's common in suppressors. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yavelin Fangs says steelless.
Javelina fangs?
Yes.
Those-
Yavelin?
Those javelinas, do they have little fangs?
Steeless stanium. Yeah.
Steelless, Daniel.
Isn't it the javelina episode of Meat Eater where he tries to like boil the javelina in its own stomach? And you're just like,
Yes.
that's
What?
that's a definite way to make that supposedly already inedible meat extra inedible. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
But why?
Because he's close to nature. Also because
Well-
they were running out of ideas on how to cook things.
He also, when he shot his buffalo in Mexico, he dribbled the gallbladder juice.
Oh, it's like those freaks out.
Beef.
Those freaks I go hunting with down in Texas every year. They didn't do any gallbladder juice last year, but just sitting there eating livers and that one guy drink. Yeah, ooh, get some gallbladder on there. Well, yeah, it's kind of got some battery acid taste to it. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't say.
Man, it just makes me want some nice fried chicken liver.
Bro, chicken livers.
Huh.
Chicken
Crate liver's
livers.
not bad. I don't hate liver, but at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat it.
Oh, dude, have you ever had like fried oysters?
Mm-hmm.
That's the chicken liver of the bay right there. That's
You
some
want to
good
know
stuff.
the best liver I've ever had? Sandhill crane livers.
Sam.
What? Don't think of me like that.
Sam.
Sam and I did some old trapper bartering where he traded me some Sandhill crane and I traded him some Tetonka. Yeah. Yes. And it was delicious.
I'd try that.
I'll take
I'd
your
eat
word
that.
for it.
Bro. If you like chicken livers, this is like the filet mignon of chicken livers.
Oh, you said that with such an accent.
Mignon.
Like classed us up instantly. Like drink more Bush. Get us back down
I-
to the class list.
I am. Oh no, Bush lattes are far too high class. I have to stick with Keystone.
Why the hell were you drinking a Bush earlier if you have Keystone on hand?
I didn't fucking pay for Bush. That's Pheasants Forever.
Man, well, when you pulled out a Bush Light, I was thinking, oh,
That's a Sunday beer.
Right.
that poor man's out of Keystone. Nope. Gosh,
Plow de la Dave.
I'd rather not.
Oh, gross. But yes, anyway,
Yeah,
liver.
fishing for something that you're gonna deep fry and eat with something that you could just deep fry and eat.
Right? So, well, to be fair, you could take half of your shit and make it bait, and then the other half make it snacks. And you take both to do both jobs.
As long as you're doing it all at once.
Right?
It's like Larry the Cable Guy. Like, why are we fishing for something that's $2.99 a pound with something that's $9.99 a pound?
It's about the
fair.
experience, damn it. Shut up.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm it's not fishing, but I am excited to go kill beaver in about a week. I am super not happy about not having gotten out after elk this year.
Have we discussed
But it
a
didn't work.
spear gun for beaver?
No. And it's a
We've
good thing Mike's not here
talked-
because he'd instantly be texting his brother going like, hey man, is this illegal?
Well, look, we've talked about the bow fishing rigs.
The bow fishing, yes.
Well, but it's not fundamentally different unless there is some very specific definition of what Oh, you're so
mean,
a
is
spear
a
gun's
spear
going to be
gun-
pneumatic.
And does the spear gun have the right range? Like, are we talking enough range and accuracy here? I don't know about this, sir.
The thing
that's
about the
fair.
spear gun is it's very short range and it's intended for use underwater.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
putting on a snorkel and going in there after them. Not like that. They do
Dare
have
you.
big teeth on them. Like, yeah,
I dare
no,
you. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
no.
Triple dog dare you.
See, you're just gonna keep this up, and the answer's still gonna be no. I'm
You
not
can't
going in the
triple
water.
stamp a double stamp.
I only go in the water to go after them, and that's when I found out there's leeches in the water. Like, oh, that's pleasant.
I need to go out and I need to sight in my crossbow. Like our deer archery season opens a week from tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Opens on October 1st, and I have not sighted in my crossbow. I just have some old prism sight on it because last year I had the Guardian on it, but I think it's gonna live on the 308 for a while, so I don't want to go swapping it back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Montana Dirt Road saying that he doesn't need to see me in a wetsuit. Excuse me, sir. The last time I went diving in there, I was only wearing boxer briefs, so I don't need a wetsuit, sir.
That's Sam's wetsuit. Is Haynes.
I am the wetsuit. He's like Walter White.
You think when a man goes in the water after beaver, there's a man in a wetsuit chasing after him? No. I am the wetsuit. Say my name. Wetsuit Sam. You're goddamn right.
Well, Mike's not here. Do we have a Warheads on Foreheads?
Well, let's see if it's the same one from last week.
I think.
Birdshot dropping charging grizzly bear seems unbelievable. Didn't we do that one?
Yeah, we did that one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
we
do
did
that
that
one.
one. Well, that's all right.
Oh, we could do. Which one is it?
Are you, Vince? Are you looking for reasons to delay because you don't want to like leave my presence yet? You still want to talk to me? It makes me feel so good
I
inside.
don't have any presents for you at all.
What? What the fuck, mother? I invited you to my birthday party to bring me presents.
No.
Somebody sent me a story about that we could use for warheads on foreheads. I just cannot remember what it was. I shall look it up.
All right, cue the
while
music.
we continue
Ooh.
talking.
I should really remember what color of button this is. I believe it's yellow. Yeah, it is yellow. All right.
Oh no, I still have to find it.
Well, you've got
I've
10
got one.
seconds.
Okay, Vince has got one.
I got one.
Yeah, we gotta let play for Dusky though. 1, 2, 3.
10
All right, go.
seconds minus Mike Gonzalez.
Mike Guncavs.
All right, Vince, what you got?
So this one is a little bit closer to me, and it is an attack by a black bear.
That's the one I was looking for.
So it's the first recorded attack by a black bear on a human that is fatal in Arkansas in the last 20 years. Or at least 25, I think, maybe. Either way, a 72-year-old man on September 3rd was attacked by a black bear while he was, I believe, mowing his yard.
Jesus.
Either way, he passed away about a week later from his injuries, and it wasn't a big bear either. It was a 70 to 80 pound juvenile black bear, probably running pretty low on the old fuel there, and was pretty hungry and attacked the first thing he saw. But
I don't know if this picture was related to that bear. I remember seeing a picture. I don't know if it's the exact one. Maybe somebody was just sharing a different picture trying to conflate the two, but of the bear had mange.
Oh,
Maybe
did
that
it?
bear didn't have mange. I remember seeing somebody going like linking a picture, like an article that had a picture of a bear that had mange attached to this. But it could also just be like some idiot went and found a picture of a bear that looked scary.
That's possible. The bear was quickly located by fish and game officers and eliminated.
Eh,
So it's not like they're out there looking for it, but for something like a 70-pound black bear, like your standard anti-human defensive loads are going to be just perfect for something that size. You know,
Mhm.
uh-huh.
like you don't even have that's not even like a consideration for like you're wandering around in bear country. That's just a bear wandering around in human country.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you all have ever seen a picture of bears that have mange, but as
Oh, I
soon
hate
as
them.
yeah, if I
Yes.
saw one of that,
I
I'd be
hate
like,
it.
"Oh God, Skinwalker!" And anyway, I started
Yep.
blasting.
Yeah.
And yeah,
It's some freaky looking shit.
see.
Long nose, large cat.
It's just the weird patchiness too. Just like, "Ugh."
Well,
It's like
no,
a
it's
demon dog.
the problem is it looks like a hellhound of some kind.
Yeah, as I said, demon dog. It's just ugh.
Ugh. Yeah.
No, and it was a elderly gentleman too, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
72 years old and it was a young male black bear. Um
Yeah, mange or no mange. Yep, that bear was looking
so
for calories.
and that's the thing, like you can't, if they're in your area, you do have to be aware of them. It may not be like right at the top of your list, but you still have to be aware. You have to be aware of your surroundings. If you're talking about Arkansas, that's kind of in my area. It's 200 miles that way, but it's still like it's the same ecological system basically. And like we've had black bears around here. I've heard like just word of mouth incidental reports of them being very near like my house, and there's been confirmed reports with photographic evidence of them, in the area. So it's like you they're still a predator. They will eat you if they think that they can eat you.
Be bear aware. Says
Aware, be bear.
Kevlin.
Be
Kevlin
very
face.
aware.
Aware be bear.
You spelled aware wrong. It's AWEAR. Aware.
Aware?
Bear aware.
Beer aware. Be beer aware.
I don't like this conversation. I
Be
think it's
bear aware, but it's
too
BARE.
too fluffy for me.
And
Too
then we're back
fluffy.
to Sam in a wetsuit.
Oh, whoa. No, I don't think we are actually. I hope I see some bear up and up when we're going hunting.
Yep, me too.
I just want to see one. I would very much like to get one, but seeing one would just be like, all right, that's enough success for this trip. If I
Man,
don't get it, I'll still count it as like, we made it.
I, if I'm not seeing elk and we see a bear, I will help you go get a bear.
Bring a lasso.
I'm not going to rope a bear. I don't know if you know this. They're still very angry.
Mike frantically texting Jeff like, "Hey, can we use a bow fishing rig on a bear?"
See,
I
what we
think
have to
that's
do though
legal.
is you need two of them. I just put out 4 fingers instead of 2. You need 2 because you gotta get it from 2 different sides so that you can put some tension on it so that it can't charge in either direction.
What you do is you see it's walking down the path, right? And then you shoot across in front of it so it trips over the tripwire that you just made. And then it falls down and then it's all over after that.
Run up and rear naked choke.
That's what I was reading. I go back to this book fairly often, but it was on hunting grizzly, I think but it's one of the books Theodore Roosevelt wrote, but talking about how the cowboys on his ranch would go chase the grizzlies out on the prairie and see how close they could get and try and shoot them with their single action armies. I can't remember if he said they may have tried to rope them too. They probably did. But then he had his buddy that would hunt black bear, or his friend. It's always my friend, Dr. So-and-so, Colonel Dr. General Esquire. Some dude hunting bear with dogs down in the South somewhere, where he'd get his dogs to corner him, and then he took a lot of pride in this individual of going up behind the distracted black bear and plunging his Bowie knife behind its shoulder blade. Just like, man,
I think you're just
I am
describing.
never going to be that masculine.
I think you're just describing Rusty from the Gun and Gear Review podcast.
I mean, basically, we need to have him on.
I think
Maybe we should just
I
have
think
him
that's
on
what
next
he does to pigs.
I I know somebody that roped a cow elk one time.
It's a cow. He got a little distracted.
Well, you can't rope a bull. The antlers are way too fucking big. So
It was a joke about a cow.
yeah, yes.
Cow.
Nope.
So,
Was it Ty?
anyway, rope. No, it's not Ty.
I mean, he may have done it too.
I mean, Ty's roped a lot of shit, and it's pretty cool shit that I don't want to discuss on this podcast right now. But anyway, I know of this guy that roped a cow and tied it off, dallied off, and this cow flipped fucking shit and took the saddle off the horse and with it through the forest. Never to be seen again.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, I guess we're just gonna Navajo this back.
Look, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, don't rope wildlife. They're pretty fucking wild.
This is gonna be one of those things where in 100 years they're gonna find, well, I guess the elk skeleton would still be around, but they're just gonna find, there's a saddle with a rope attached, and here's an elk femur, and someone's got the piece together. What the hell happened here? It'd be like the 1873 Winchester they found. Was it in Yellowstone? That was leaned up against a tree?
It was God damn it,
Yosemite?
it was in Nevada.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh, I cannot remember what national park that is.
Neither can I. But the point being only that I remember that happened and they found it. And then a lot of people, including me, went a lot of speculation like, man, did the owner run afoul of like weather to fall off a cliff? Did he get shot with arrows? And then as time goes on, you sit there and think about it some more and go, I bet you he fucking set it down and then couldn't find it again.
I bet you he forgot it.
Looked all over the place for it, like, damn it.
He's out there for 3 days looking for his freaking rifles. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was right there. And finally just had to quit and go home. Awkward conversation with the wife next week when he gets back to let her know that he lost his hyper, because an 1873 Winchester is not a cheap gun, especially back then too. But
No.
yeah. Meanwhile, it's just somewhere on a mountain for the next 150 fucking years.
You mentioned Teddy Roosevelt and the guys who used to go right out and shoot grizzly bears.
Yeah, those were his ranch hands when he had the ranch in North Dakota. They talk about them doing just stupid crap like that just to see what they could do.
So that reminded me of another acquaintance of Teddy Roosevelt, Jack Abernathy, who was a U.S. Marshal in Oklahoma Territory, who had a penchant for capturing wolves alive by riding up on them and jumping on their backs. and there's a technique of you get your hand in the wolf's mouth in the correct way, and you like grab a hold of the snout, and it can't bite down on you. Like it cannot bite down because of the pressure you're putting. And so you can actually catch a wolf alive by sticking your hand in its mouth. I'm not suggesting anyone go and try this by themselves because this guy apparently had it all worked out.
Well,
But
I'm not.
it's in Oklahoma. The guy's legendary in Oklahoma, not just because of his job and what he did, but his sons were also apparently very well trained, respectable, and capable individuals, and took a number of little adventures by themselves. At the age of 9 and 5, they rode from Oklahoma City to Santa Fe, New Mexico by themselves because there was something there they wanted to see. And their dad was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, have fun. And so they, tacked up their horses, loaded up their supplies, and off they rode.
From Oklahoma City to fucking Santa Fe.
Yep. And they did the same thing one time. They wanted to see the White House. So they rode from Oklahoma to Washington, D.C. That ended up being a media nightmare and circus. But I think the first time they did it, they wanted to see the new Capitol building in Oklahoma City. So they rode from somewhere, a little bit closer up to Oklahoma City by themselves.
This
and
is
then
just
later,
further increasing like the feelings of inadequacy going on right now. It's fantastic.
what, you couldn't ride a horse cross country with no way of navigation and reach a very finite point
At the
on
age
the
of
map
9.
at the age of 9
Yeah,
with your 5-year-old brother in tow?
I think that one might have been a little beyond me.
Yeah.
That one might be a little beyond me right now, to be
Yeah, I'd have
honest.
figured it out.
Well, that's like this is just one of those nights where we're telling random stories of people who are long dead who are cooler than us.
Yep.
The first guy who did a cross country car trip in the United States. Oh, what the hell was his name? It's Horatio something. Hang on. Horatio Jackson. There you go. In 1903. The dude's like independently wealthy. His wife is also extremely independently wealthy. And he's in fucking San Francisco. And he made a $50 bet that he could drive because he was very excited about this whole newfangled thing, the fucking automobile. He makes this bet that he can drive cross country to his home in Vermont. Because wasn't the car, he named it after his, I think the car was called the Vermont. Anyway, makes a $50 bet, then goes and spends the equivalent of like $100,000 buying a automobile in San Francisco, hires a mechanic to go along with him. I think the mechanic gave him the recommendation on what car to buy. And they go puttering from freaking San Francisco. They went up basically through South Pass, but it's a interesting story so it's interesting because they're going through towns where there's no fuel. So they're basically bartering with farmers to get their tractor fuel or having it basically supplies shipped to different railheads along the way. They get at one point, they get diverted by like 30 something miles. So it's an insane number of miles, especially for back then going as slow as they were, by some lady who just wanted her family to see an automobile. So she gave them wrong directions on purpose just so that they drive in this direction and go past her house. Anyway, the funny part about it is this guy did it on just some random bet of $50. And meanwhile, the main I don't remember what the main automotive companies at the time were. None of them are around anymore. They actually had teams that they had set up to actually do this as like a challenge. And this dude beat them all. And he didn't even know he was in a race until he made it to the Midwest, I think. Like he didn't even know there was competition until he was, more than halfway across the country. He's like, "Oh,
It's like that
to beat us here."
It's like that John Daly meme.
Yeah. Oh, and they got a dog too. Somewhere along the way, somebody gave him like a little bulldog, and they put goggles on him.
What's the other the movie Almost Famous? Right? Or I can't remember. It's with Chris Farley and they're racing Lewis and Clark to the Pacific.
Oh, that's it. It's 100. They were given a 108-mile misdirection by a woman just so that her family could see the automobile. Because these were brand new and people didn't think they'd ever see one again. So somebody sent them on a 108-mile detour just so like their kids could see. Look, there's a car. Just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Almost Heroes. That was the movie I was talking about. It's a good one. Watch it.
Oh, I was wrong. The Abernathy boys rode from Oklahoma to New York City
Jeez.
to visit their dad and meet Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah.
I'm receiving random animal roping pictures from Ty. I will not share them on this show. I will share them afterwards.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then we're gonna skip that. But yeah, and then on the I was just skimming through it again. Yeah, and then the 15 miles from his house, the car breaks down. And so that his brothers come out and fix it, and then their cars break down. So he tows them with his car back home. And then as they were pulling into the garage, the freaking drive chain on the car that he bought in San Francisco snapped, which is apparently was like one of the few original parts left on the car. They had basically rebuilt the entire car along the journey
Oh,
because everything kept fucking breaking. It's just interesting story. Like the first time somebody went cross country in a car and did it just on a $50 bet because he wanted to prove that no, these things are great. You could totally do it someday.
I mean, he was
Anyway.
correct.
Anyway,
I think it's just about time we got out of here. We have been going nowhere for a while.
we're going nowhere, and that's perfectly fine.
I mean, we've been going lots of places, just very short distances.
We just haven't been getting anywhere.
Exactly.
It's just turning in circles over and over and over again.
It's
But that's
amazing.
what people want.
You don't realize how much Mike actually steers the conversation until he's gone.
I don't really think he he derails more than anything, but
we need the derailments because if
Well,
if we're trying to derail, if we are trying to derail, it takes too much thought. He can conjure derailments just out of his ass. Just
and that reminds
derail.
you where you want to be, and then you
Whoa.
focus on that.
Whoa.
not his ass.
Hold on.
No, sir.
That's not what I meant.
Hold up.
I'm gonna let you rephrase that.
He reminds you of the direction you want to
Oh.
go in life. That is not where he is at that moment. It's the exact opposite.
I think Kevlin says it best. He queens the conversation.
Is that some of that Zoomer talk? I don't understand this phrase.
I was thinking chess.
Oh yeah, okay. That's for all right. I can see it.
Yeah.
No, I think he's talking about Queens.
Like
The town?
in New York?
No, like the
old lady who died?
Like
lady
Yas
dudes.
Queen?
Yes, like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. I'm out of here.
Yeah, all right. If y'all go to lghpodcast.com, leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review. You know how to do it. You are not a man child. If you do not know how to leave a review for a podcast that you like, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to talk to your mother. And I got her ass on speed dial. The rest of her too.
Anyway, And if you want something to come of that, email contact@lghpodcast.com and Sam will send you some stickers. Besides that,
which song should we use for the outro today?
I don't know. Support the sport and take a buddy hunting. If you like that, buddy, tell them about our show. If you don't like that, buddy, come up with an outro for us. Hit us up at lghpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and let's go hunt.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight, people.
Yeah.
If you wanted professionalism and actual topics, then I'm sorry.